Back when I was younger, there was an old deodorant commercial that was really popular, and the phrase went like something like this: pressure's on, getting higher. Difference is, you stay drier. Referring to that you don't get sweaty and you don't perspire when the pressure's on. When the tough situations come into contact with you, you stay cool and calm and collective. Well, today we're going to see a story where Joseph stayed cool, calm, and collective, and how God was a part of that. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to pause the video, read this short story, and see how God was with Joseph and helped him stay cool, calm, and collective, and how he was able to succeed with God by his side, even when the pressure was on. All right, so pause the video, answer these few questions, and when you're done, press play, and we'll continue from there. Okay, so Joseph was in a really tough situation. He was tasked with interpreting the dream of Pharaoh. And Pharaoh had this crazy dream and he didn't know what to do, and nobody could interpret it, not even the wisest people around. So they found out that Joseph could interpret these dreams. And so the Pharaoh called Joseph to him and asked to interpret them. But here's what Joseph said. He's like, I can't interpret these, but I know somebody who can. And his name is God, and he'll help us interpret these dreams. And so what God did was he revealed it to Joseph, who then shared it with the Pharaoh, who then was so grateful and so happy that Joseph could interpret these dreams that he brought Joseph out of prison and he made him second in charge of all of Egypt. What a great thing that happened. All because Joseph relied on God, and all because that when the pressure was on, he knew that he wasn't alone. In fact, that's what our bottom line is today. When the pressure is on, you can trust God is with you. Joseph knew that God was with him. Joseph knew that God would guide him and direct him, and that's why he relied on him. And the same thing that can apply for us. When the pressure's on for us, when we're in tough situations, when it's stressful, we can rely on God to guide us through it. So I want to encourage you, when the pressure's on you this week, trust and rely on God, ask him to help you, and see where he leads you today. I'm sure it will be similar to what happened with Joseph. He'll guide you through it and help you get through it. All right, so I'd love to hear your stories. If you have stories of when the pressure was on and God guided you through that, hey, definitely share it in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that and your stories. Hey, also, as we kind of wrap up, I want to look at a memory verse we've been looking at for the past few weeks. It's Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Hey, we don't know why things happen in this world. We don't know what's going on. All that we can do is trust on God to guide us through it. So I want to encourage you today. Trust in God, rely on him, and when the pressure's on, know that you're not alone because he is there with you and he'll guide you through it. Just trust in him and rely on him. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. Again, share your stories. I would love to hear them. And also, I'll be back next week with a whole new story on Joseph. Have a great week, everyone.